Welcome back for another Custom Cones USA video. Today I want to share with you the latest in pre-roll cone filling machines, the Fill and Fold pre-roll machine. It's called the Fill and Fold because not only does it perfectly fill and pack your pre-roll blunts, but you guessed it, it also helps tamp and fold shut all of your pre-rolls with ease. The pre-roll machine is size specific, so you will need to make sure to order the correct size cartridge for the cone you are using. Each fill and fold machine will come with one size cartridge of your choosing, and other sizes or additional cartridges can be purchased separately. For example, if you use the 84mm pre-rolled cones for your half-gram pre-rolls and the 109mm pre-rolled cones for your 1-gram pre-rolls, you will need to buy the proper cartridge for each size. Many farms will order multiple of the same size tray to boost the efficiency of the production process, and we'll get into more of this later. Fill and Fold has your pre-roll process covered from start to finish in a way that no other machine does. The folding and tamping tool is truly a game changer. Start by loading the cones into the cartridge, making sure it is removed from the base. It helps to use the weight of the entire cone stack to drive each cone all the way down into the cartridge. Once all the cones are loaded, you can bump the entire cartridge to help drive all the cones into their holes. They do not need to be perfectly flush, but should not be sticking out more than 1 to 2 millimeters. Once all the cones are loaded into the cartridge, you will want to fill the metering tray. To do so, just place the metering tray into some sort of bin. This will keep excess flour from getting all over your production tables. Simply pour ground flour material over the top of the metering tray and spread across until even in all the holes. If you find the volumetric metering is slightly off, we offer extenders which can add a little extra volume to the metering tray. You can also play with the volumetric metering by adjusting how densely packed you are filling the metering tray. Once the metering tray is loaded, place on top of the cartridge and pull the metal sheet out to release the flour into each cone. You may need to bump down any flour by tapping across the top of the metering tray. Now that all of the flour is in the cones, it is time to place the cartridge on top of the base. Using this dial, you can control the speed of the motor. It will start vibrating gently, and we suggest stopping about 60 to 70% before the motor is so strong the cones may bounce right out of the machine. On the opposite side of the power button, you will notice the machine has two power settings, 1 and 2. Use the 1 setting as 2 is too strong and will bounce your cones out of the machine. We suggest running this machine for 1 to 2 minutes depending on your flour and desired pack density. If you need to meter more material into your cones, you can fill and pack the first portion, then remove the cartridge from the base to meter and pack the next weight portion. In this video, we are only doing one metering run, so now, for the exciting part, it's folding and tamping time. Once your pre-rolls are full of flour and packed, remove the cartridge from the machine and transfer to your production table or the included bucket. Grab the folding tool and use the first row of flat black teeth called the crimper. The goal here is to crimp the paper inwards. You are not perfectly folding the cone like a present. Rather, you are crimping the excess paper inwards so that once you move to the next step, you are able to fold down the rest of the paper. To fold in the remaining paper at the top of the cones, use the tamping section of the folding tool, which both tamps the tops of the cones but also presses down the remaining paper to create that flat Dutch crown style top. Now just rotate your packing tool to the ejecting section, which is the longest part of the folding tool. Push firmly, and this motion will finalize the fold at the top and eject the line of pre-rolls out of the machine or into your bucket. Using a rocking motion helps spread out the force needed to eject all the cones and puts less strain on the user, making this part easier. You'll also want to make sure you are seated comfortably and at the right height so the pushing action is easy and does not cause too much strain. Now you have ready to package pre-rolls. This setup makes packing and folding pre-rolls at scale easier and faster than ever, especially in comparison to tamping and folding every individual pre-roll cone one by one. To increase the number of pre-rolls you can make per hour, most processors will order multiple of the same size cone cartridge. This way, while one tray is in use, another tray can start getting filled with cones. You can't start the next batch of pre-rolls until all the original batch is folded and injected, so having multiple trays keeps your production line moving non-stop. A seasoned team can complete a full run in about 6 to 7 minutes, which is about 1,100 finished pre-rolls per hour. For a new hire or smaller team with less experience, You can expect closer to 500 finished pre-rolls per hour. When consumers know they can rely on your pre-rolls to be top shelf every single time, they will quickly become repeat customers. The fill and fold gives you the opportunity to produce more pre-rolls in less time, saving you money and generating more profit. If you need to see it to believe it, contact our sales team today to see the demo of the fill and fold in action. If you are not sure what the best pre-roll machine is for you, please call or email us today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the newest pre-roll technology. See you next time.